All right, let's get this show on the road. What's going on, guys? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and this is Caffeine Crypto, where I welcome you to join me with a caffeinated beverage of your choice if you do drink any caffeine at all. But I'm just drinking traditional coffee. Don't have my NOS today, and we talk about crypto news, cryptocurrency in general, cryptocurrency mining, all kinds of stuff. Maybe any new tech that might be coming out. We do this every Saturday around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I thank you for stopping by and checking out this video or watching it live. For all the live streamers or live viewers out there, thank you for stopping by. Adam, I don't think you're in here now, but you did post a question. I think you should do the comparison video and see how it turns out. I haven't had a lot of luck with Veal because anytime posting Veal cryptocurrency content, Reddit or a number of threads will take it down because the community was shilling the heck out of it. Anyways, thank you for everybody stopping by. Cryptocurrency's looking good. Let me say hello to everybody. Jeffrey Harrison, thank you for being a member of the channel. I got an announcement or a reminder of an announcement that I got to go through here. BC, Jay Bohannon, Hashim, if I pronounced that correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, my apologies. I can't pronounce any words, even regular English words. Wind Peoples. What a name, Wind Peoples. Wind Peoples. Marcus, Richard Todd, and Crypto McKell. Hey, you just woke up? I'm sorry, man. Get some coffee. Perfect timing, Caffeine and Crypto. Get some coffee. That's why I designed this episode this way. Because usually I try to sleep in Saturday, but it's all good, man. It's all good. You got your live stream later on today. I'll see you then. So yeah, man, look at this green, beautiful green day. Some of the alts doing very, 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 very well. What is that? Is that Avalanche? No, that's Axie Infinity. Ooh, dang, son. Okay, went from $50 to 112. All right, I see you. Solana pumping. Hopefully they don't crash again. We'll see how things go. Let me know if I'm a little bit too loud. I adjusted my mic because when I record content, compared to normal YouTube content, I can be a little bit lower than others. So anyways, I'll try not to be too loud. So green day, looking good. We did break out of this wedge that I was talking about. Again, I'm not a technical analysis, and nothing I say on this show is financial advice. I just like to use common sense, and I'm getting a little bit better with TA. But we were kind of forming this descending wedge, and I said to everybody last week, we either need to break out or break down. Either way, we're getting more and more constricted, and we broke out, which is good, right? So right now we got the 50 curling up towards the 100, but we got a long way to go on the 4 hour. If we look at the daily, I'm sure it's a different story, but I like the 4 hour. But it's always nice to zoom out. A lot of news this past week. I mean, I'm sure all of you heard the stuff that's going on, but we're going to cover some of it in today's video. Not all of it. There's a lot of news out there. I can't cover every single one of it, but let me bring you in. I just want to make an announcement real quick. So first off, this content is sponsored by viewers like you, right? So people like yourselves that are joining the channel, using the join button down below, becoming a member. I'm going to randomly select a member this month in October to get some Bitcoin, and I will communicate with them however I can. You will be notified via the post, and then we just got to figure out how to get in touch. Usually if you're a member, you have access to the Discord, so I can talk to you in Discord as well. But you will be randomly selected, and that's going to happen every blue moon. It's not going to be every month. It's not going to be every 2 months. It's not going to be every week. It's going to be every blue moon, right? So I'm a small channel, but I've been in the game for quite a bit. So I want to thank everybody, not only through using affiliate links like Parallel Miner or the Amazon affiliate links, or joining the channel. Anybody that helps support by liking, subscribing, or even commenting on the videos, I greatly appreciate. And that's where this content comes from. Because otherwise, if I wasn't getting that, I wouldn't be able to make it the content, or even dedicate the time to make the content out of my busy family life. So I really appreciate every single one of you, and I thank you very, very much. I'm ecstatic with the growth of the channel. But let's get into it. So the biggest news, I think, for miners of this week. What's up, Taines? Richard Todd, I already said hello to you, but he got his NOS. I didn't get my NOS, but he got his NOS. Good job. Good job. Should have brought me one, man. All right, so Bad Cat. Yeah, I needed coffee this morning bad. I didn't want to wake up either. Thomas Tran. Richard Todd. Thank you for $9.99. I was going to say $10. Let's just round it up. $10 donation. Really appreciate you. All right. Usually when I get into the news, I get hyper-focused. I want you guys to know that I'm not ignoring your questions or anything like that. If you have a question or anything, use the @ and then my name or super chat to get my attention. But don't super chat unless you got the money, please. I appreciate Richard Todd and anybody who actually donates any money to the channel. But don't do it if you got bills to pay and you're running tight on funds, okay? Anyways, because I know what that life's like. All right, I live that life and I understand. All right, ramen noodle or PB&J, raising my daughter, single father. Yeah. Anyways, Marcus, what's up, man? All right, everybody's got their caffeine. Let's get started. If you camped at Best Buy like Magic Lucky did, I say oversleeping sounds very well deserved. All right, so I hope all of you that did good on Best Buy made out like a bandit. So, second largest Ethereum mining pool to suspend all operations. Now, I covered this on my channel because I suspected that more and more things was going to happen. The first news that we heard was Spark Pool was shutting down, okay? And I want to see something. Let's go to miningpoolstats.stream real quick. Let's go to Ethereum. And let's see where Spark Pool is falling. Spark Pool is not even on the dang list. Holy crap. They are gone. Are they seriously gone? No, they just fell way down. All right, yeah, shutting down the 30th. Okay. So, they used to be number one. They used to be number one, but you could see the drop, right? Right before it happened, there was a drop. And then people switch to different pools. It might be B pool, which is shutting down on the 15th. It might be some US or EU based pool. I don't know, right? There are other pools that you can switch to if you are in China. There are other Asia based pools because you don't want to switch to an EU pool if you're in China or near China because the latency can actually hurt your profitability. You want to connect to a server closer to you where you have a better connection, where you can submit those shares, not get rejected or stale shares, anything like that, which also can be contributed by overclocking. But either way, you want to connect to a server that's close to you. With Asia or China shutting down a lot of its servers, you're going to have to find another pool that's just as close, if not, in the same vicinity. I suspect that when we mouse over these globes, you see how this says EU, US, Asia, Australia? I suspect that some of these pools are going to remove the Asia annotation from it. Why? Because if they are running a pool, they don't want the authorities to know about it, right? And I know, again, as I mentioned, I can't give too much detail. I know people in China that are still mining right now, and they will continue to mine. Their operation is intelligent, and they're moving, and they're keeping up to pace because we think in the long term, China's going to pull back its decision. China's done this FUD for so much, but right now it's very serious, right? So we got major operations that are very much more outspoken, right? Like Spark Pool, we know where Spark Pool is. We know what Spark Pool does. Anybody who's been publicly talking online, and it's an organization, an exchange, a mining operation, a reseller of mining equipment in China, has to quiet down things, right? Has to shut down, has to stop. So let's just go through it real quick. Long term, I think China is going to realize that this move is a negative move. I know they're trying to make their currency the number one currency in the world, but this is a negative move for them because they were leading the race and being the number one country to be a part of an acceptance of cryptocurrency, whether it was mining, trading, or exchanges. Anyways, they're going to see this as a dumb move. So Spark Pool, the second largest Ethereum mining pool in the world, is suspending operations due to the ongoing Chinese crackdown on crypto. The mining pool officially announced that it's suspending access to new users in mainland China on Monday in response to Chinese authorities initiating new measures to combat crypto adoption in the country. Following the initial restrictions made last Friday, Spark Pool will continue to shutting down services as planned to suspend existing mining pool users both in China and abroad on Thursday. So they can't even operate at all, even for the clients abroad, not in China. According to the announcement, the measures intend to ensure safety of users, assets, in response to regulatory policy requirements. Further details about the shutdown will be sent out through announcements, emails, and insight messages, Spark Pool noted. Launched in China early 2018, Spark Pool has emerged as one of the world's largest mining pools for mining Ethereum, alongside the world's largest Ethereum mining pool, Ethermine. At the time of writing, Spark Pool's mining power makes up 22% of the Ethereum's global hash rate, slightly lower than the Ethereum share rate of 24%, according to poolwatch.io. And let me go back to it real quick. So mining, poolstats.stream. What does Ethermine make up now? Let's find out. 24.9. So maybe they didn't come back online. Maybe they did. Yeah. The news comes amid the Chinese government reinforcing the negative stance on crypto by declaring all crypto-related transactions illegal in the country last Friday. Some of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges like Binance and Habu has subsequently suspended new account restrictions from mainland China, albeit reportedly still servicing users in Hong Kong. On top of that, we have Bitmain, right? A leading cryptocurrency provider as far as mining equipment. Bitmain, one of the world's largest manufacturers of Bitcoin mining machines, is planning to suspend sales of its machines to miners in mainland China following the latest Chinese government ban on crypto activity. Two sources are responsible for buying machines at major mining pools, while a third source has worked exclusively with Chinese miners. They all asked to remain anonymous because they are not authorized to discuss the move publicly. The privately owned Bitmain will also move the majority of production out of Shenzhen in southern China and into other countries to comply with the latest mandates on crypto issued by the country's central bank last week, all three sources cited. Bitmain did not respond to multiple requests for comment before press time. I'm talking about this article. The People's Bank of China, or PBOC, toughened its stance in crypto trading last week, making all crypto-related transactions illegal. Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba, which has been a popular marketplace for the sale of mining machines, announced it was suspending all such sales starting October 8th. October 8th. Okay, I want you to think about this. That's everywhere. Okay, I know a lot of people that buy from Alibaba in bulk. Okay? And Alibaba will shut down two categories: blockchain miner accessories and blockchain miners. So I am not sure if that's going to cover everything. Maybe they'll put it under a different category. I'm not sure. The e-commerce giant said that in addition to the ban on mining rigs and related accessories, it is also pursuing a prohibition on the sale of cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Litecoin, BioCoin, never heard of it, Quarkcoin, and Ether. Any merchants that list such products on its platform after October 15th will face penalties. Alibaba operates several platforms in China, including Taobao, and use good marketplace Zhangyu. But it is also the group behind the international online shopping platforms, including AliExpress and Southeast Asia. My God, these names are killing me. Lazada. China's crapdown. It's a crapdown. It's not a crackdown. It's a crapdown. China's crackdown on crypto mining and trading started in May after the state council statement, but it's mostly left up to the provincial and city authorities with no publicly available comprehensive policy plan. Friday's policy guidelines leave no room for interpretation, outlawing all crypto transactions and clarifying that mining to be eliminated, right? So I want you to know something. I don't have the article pulled up here, right? But China has literally cut off power to some of its citizens and some of its areas. Literally, it's cutting off power. Why? Because they're drawing so much power that they can't keep up with the demand. So they're shutting it down. So there's some people that are living out there by candlelight. Now, these might be more like, country areas, mountainous areas, maybe not the main cities and stuff like that. But I think China is really having a hard time and they don't want to say anything, right? So not only are they dealing with the pandemic still, And the pandemic's getting so bad there again. They're not mentioning, again, they're not publicly talking about this. I only know this because I'm talking to people inside mainland, which I'm sure their government would hate. But, you know, they're doing good. They're hiding their stuff. They're moving from place to place. They're trying to keep things up operational. They're trying to move assets abroad. They're trying to stay out of the radar of the government. They know that people are being impacted by the pandemic, which is actually going to hurt the resources. You know how everybody's hoping that EVE 2.0 would come, and I got a video coming out on this. The EVE 2.0 would come, and you know, that would alleviate all the GPUs and pricing and the craziness in the market. Well, I got bad news for you. There's not going to be more GPUs for a while. All right, their GPUs and the current supply that we have is going to be like this for a while. Because the pandemic is restricting people. They're having to, you know, people are getting sick, people are dying, and people also can't come to work because of X, Y, and Z. They're running out of resources. They're running out of this. Some places like Taiwan were running out of water in order to create, you know, like TSMC. So it's not getting better. China's in a bad state right now, both economically. Well, economically they're okay, but as far as wanting to make their currency number one and be able to continue the supply that they have for all this technology, things aren't looking good. Things aren't looking for them, not for us. We're the rest of the world's fine. For them, China itself needs, they got a lot of work to do, right? So they grew very fast. They were this kind of this you know, industrial revolution age, building up all this greatness and stuff like that, but they didn't concentrate their focus on the powering of all this great infrastructure that they're creating. And so they created it too quickly. Then you add mining on top of that. Then you add the constraints of people or resources, and it's just making a bad situation in China. So they're trying to get control of it so that way they can move forward. So we'll see how things pan out. But unfortunately, you know, Spark Pool's down, Bitmain's going down, Alibaba's going down, and Alibaba, I'm not sure. I was on there earlier this week trying to look at certain ASICs, but we'll have to see how things go. So Stiggy38, rich as me. What? Sorry, I can't. I all I can afford, not as rich as you. I am not rich by any means whatsoever. But thank you so much for your donation. If you can't afford it, you shouldn't be doing super chats. I appreciate it nonetheless, though. Thank you so much. Please, if you guys are like broke, do not send anybody super chats on YouTube whatsoever. Red Fox Crypto, what's up, man? Love you, bro. You do really good. I don't really know you personally, but I can tell you we're like-minded individuals. All right, so Taines is in the house. Thomas Tran. All right, you guys score anything? Max Voltage, what's up, bud? Doge Lord Apparel, okay. Love the electric hair. Yeah, I love the logo too. Keep growing your channel. Keep pumping out content, man. Chan Coin. All right. Everybody's good. Everybody's talking to each other. Beautiful, beautiful. And my internet's holding up for once in its life. Thank you. All right. 3 factors that can send Ethereum price to 100% gains in Q4. And it's funny because during the downtrend, there was no price analysis or price predictions or anything like that. But as soon as we get a pump, you know, as soon as we get a little lift there, all of a sudden it's price prediction central. I had some highlighted text on here, but I think it went away. All right. Let's see here. So, Ether Bitcoin correlation against the rising U.S. inflation. October's first crypto market boom coincided with the release of the United States Commerce Department report on the commerce spending. The data shows that the U.S. core personal consumption expenditures price index, the Federal Reserve's preferred measure of inflation, rose by 0.3% in August and was up 3.6% year over year. Thus, the core inflation surged to its highest level in 30 years. So we got inflation rising here in the U.S. That's basically what that means, okay? And all right, let me just summarize this because I'm not going to go through all this for you guys. I got to put the articles. Ooh, I forgot to put the articles in the description. I usually put the articles in the description. I'm usually better about this. But let me just say this. In the U.S., and I'm not a financial expert or anything like that, in the U.S., we're printing money like there's no tomorrow, okay? We were doing that for a hot minute because of the pandemic, trying to keep everybody afloat. It helped out the stock market, but if you notice right now, the stock market's kind of meh. It's kind of spiraling out of control. So as a hedge against inflation, basically what's happening is people are getting into cryptocurrency. That's basically it. I mean, if you want a summary, that's the best way you can put it. In order to bet against what's going to happen with this inflation increase, people are getting into cryptocurrency, Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever it may be. It's just that simple. Ethereum is forming in a nice pattern, cup and handle, all that good stuff. And they're expecting Ethereum to continue to pump up in Q4 of 2021 as we lead into the possibility of ETH 2.0, coming in the future, right? So considering the cup's resistance level is near 4,000, a breakout from there could send ETH to 6,000. All right, so there you go. 4,000 or 6,000 for ETH, price prediction, inflation in the US, yada, 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 whatever. This is the one I like. So I'm not sure if October is a real thing, but people are calling it that, right? So September is usually a down month for crypto, and October is usually an up month for crypto. And people are dubbing it Uptober. So Powell says no crypto ban on Uptober kicks off, as Uptober kicks off. And this is actually not really a news article. This is more like a blog or a podcast that you can check out if you wanted to. I'll put that in the description. But I do have some parts of this article that I would like to talk about. I guess people didn't like my explanation of Ethereum, because some of them left after I did that explanation. My bad. Look, man, Ethereum's cool and all, but I'm sick and tired of its high gas prices. Matter of fact, what is Ethereum gas right now? Let's go look. Ethereum gas, please. Where's my chart? Nope, that's not what I want. Where's my page, man? Here it is. It's not bad today. It's actually pretty good. It's not bad. That's not bad. All right, so Bitcoin price jumps after Jerome Powell says the U.S. has no plans to ban cryptocurrency. Okay? Another article. I will say this, okay? Jerome Powell did say something about regulating the stable coins, right? Because the stable coins are the biggest threat to the US dollar. They mimic the value of the US dollar. So they're the biggest threat as far as cryptocurrency to the US dollar. And so regulation on that is what Jerome Powell would like to focus on. And I kind of agree with it, because if you think about it, I don't think that the government should be coming after, and this is just my personal opinion. Let me bring you in here for a second. Let's have a talk, okay? If I transact my cryptocurrency, right? If I'm mining the cryptocurrency, one, that's really hard to track, right? Every share it's submitted, all that good stuff, and X amount. That's very hard to track. So trying to tax that is stupid. Instead, as I receive my cryptocurrency, when I go to transact, when I go to convert that cryptocurrency to my local fiat, right? That's when you can tax me. But if you're trying to tax me for every single share that I validated, or every time I withdrew that cryptocurrency from one place to another, that's stupid. That's petty, right? You're not going to really make any. You're going to have more of a hard time, especially with your lack of resources in the government to manage all that. So instead, regulating the stable coins, right? If we convert it to USDT or USDC or whatever it is, or whatever your local currency is, that's a more taxable event. That's something that you can probably actually do. That's something that we should technically report, but that's up to you. I don't recommend tax evasion. Wesley Snipes didn't get away with it, and many people didn't get away with it, so I don't recommend you get away with it. However, if you have an island called the Cayman, maybe you can. Anyways, Bitcoin's biggest jump since July leaves traders speculating why. And here's a couple things. So Bitcoin jump, rising in a matter of minutes in the biggest daily gain since July, and other digital currencies surged in a shock rally that followed the largest monthly decline since May. The largest cryptocurrency by market value rose as much as 10% to 47,884 in early Well, we're about the same level right now. Where was I? Early in New York, trading before pairing gains. So Ethereum, Litecoin, EOS also jumped, with the Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index rising as much as 8.9%. Bitcoin slumped 7.6% in September amid concerns about the increased regulatory pressure in China and in the US. So we basically got an AOK. What happened? I lost some people? Did I lose connection or something? Basically, because of the China regulation, a lot of people left, and we're not getting as much as we possibly should. So traders offered a variety of possible reasons for gains, while noting that the fractional market leaves digital assets vulnerable to volatile price swings. Some pointed to the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell comments Thursday that the central bank had no intention to ban cryptocurrencies, while others cited price levels such as moving averages that are closely watched by technical analysis. Markets have been trading sideways for weeks over a lack of regulatory clarity, and statements from the U.S. authorities indicating that they are were seeking to significantly curtail crypto activity, said Leah Wald, chief executive of crypto asset manager Valkyrie Investments. That, combined with the weakness in the stock market and the month of October being typically bullish at the time of markets, could signal a shift to rise on trading crypto markets for the next several weeks as investors seek in return to non-traditional assets. Powell said in a congressional hearing Thursday that they had no intention on banning cryptocurrencies. He did, however, add that stablecoins might be the appropriate for regulation. Elsewhere, Stewart, somebody, the general counsel for Ripple Labs, tweeted that the press release saying the company settled the lawsuit with the U.S. SEC was fake. The XRP token that is at the center of the lawsuit jumped as much as 13% before paring gains. Despite falling in September, Bitcoin posted a 25% gain in the third quarter that compared to a drop of 41% in the prior 3 months. Technicians turned to the charts for clues as to where Bitcoin could go next. Yada yada. We gotta get up to the 20, the 50, the 200, and move quickly past. Yada yada. Whatever. Okay. So basically, long story short, one person in the U.S. says that they're going to look at seriously controlling or carteling or reining in cryptocurrency, and the market shudders. China bans things, the market shudders, and then SEC Jerome Powell says something, and now we got a bunch of crap happening. So, anyways, Bitcoin breaking new highs in Q4 will temporarily turn alts to dust. I don't agree with that, but whatever. So altcoins mimic Bitcoin's lack of general direction on the day, with most of the top 10 cryptocurrencies falling flat over the past 24 hours. I don't really see that, but whatever. Only Solana managed to put in a convincing move, up 6.5% to 145 at the time of writing. This writing was earlier this week because obviously it's a lot higher than that because it's at 166 right now. Despite being uninspiring through September, altcoins nonetheless due for a major resurgence, says popular analyst. So we're expecting a resurgence of cryptocurrencies, which would be good because I know a lot of you dabble in the alts. I should put that on a shirt, Doge Lord. So, few understand Q4 last year, alts are at all-time lows versus BTC, he reasoned. While September is tipped to the end on average note to the market, October could bring about the start of Bitcoin's renaissance first, with a worst-case scenario closing price of 63K. So talking about Bitcoin hitting 63K, alt season ends. So we're expecting an alt season again, I guess is what they're saying. Yeah, so they're expecting an alt season. Typically in the past, when Bitcoin rises, all other altcoins fall with it. Let's go to CoinMarketCap real quick. You usually can see that trend here on CoinMarketCap. I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me make sure you guys can see it real quick. So when you're looking at CoinMarketCap, there we go. So you see the chart on the right, the past 7 days. So we had a rise in Bitcoin. Ethereum followed. Cardano kind of followed, but it was a little bit lower. Binance coin followed. A little bit different pattern. Obviously USDT didn't, right? Because it's a stable coin. So it's kind of like flat, drop, blah, blah, blah. Solana followed. XRP followed, Polkadot, so on and so forth. I can keep going on and on. Let's find a coin that did not follow. Pretty much this pattern. This is what you see here. Wow, Tezos up to $7. Nice job. Pretty much everything followed. Like literally. The only thing that didn't follow is the damn stable coins. Yeah, seriously, like everything followed. And typically that doesn't happen because like Bitcoin will rise and the altcoins will go down. But in this case, all the altcoins, at least in the top 100, followed. Right? And look at that. Axie Infinity is up 24, almost 25%. Only up. The hell is this? I swear to God, man, the crypto market is getting so saturated with all this crap. So it's a pancake swap token. Okay. It did over 1 million in 24 hours. Whatever. Whatever. Anyways. Yeah. So usually they follow, but sometimes they can go down. So you got to be very careful. You just got to be very careful. So at SEC extends 4 Bitcoin ETF deadlines by 45 days. The United States Securities Exchange Commission has extended the deadline for Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, or ETF, on Friday for 45 days, citing that the requirement for additional time to decide whether to accept the 19B4 applications. That's the applications those ETFs need to submit to the local government, or the SEC. The approval of 4 Bitcoin ETFs: Global X Bitcoin Trust, Valkyrie XBTO Bitcoin Futures Fund, Wisdom Tree Bitcoin Trust, and Cryptoin Bitcoin ETF, I'm not sure how you say that, was rescheduled to November 21st, December 8th, December 11th, December 24th, respectively. An official statement, SEC outlined that the Commission finds that it's appropriate to designate a longer period within which to take action on the proposed rule change so that it's sufficient time to consider the proposed rule change and any comments. Thank you for repeating yourself twice. I love politics. Anyways, it is widely expected that the introduction of the first Bitcoin ETF by an SEC will evaluate the asset's technical indicators as a surge of traditional investors enters the market. Data from iShares reveals that the total value of global commodities exchange-traded products equates to about $263 billion, and still this figure discounts all mutual funds, which could take the value closer to $500 billion. Bloomberg ETF analysts recently predicted that SEC could approve a Bitcoin ETF by the end of October, highlighting ProShares Bitcoin Futures ETF as the most likely candidate. The pair also advised that regulatory institutions should permit several ETFs at once to avoid handing out the first mover advantage. What's up, Midwest Miner? Thank you for stopping by. So basically they're saying make a determination, but don't just let one, get approved while there's 3, 4, 5 others waiting in the wings, and that first one gets that first mover advantage, blows up, all that good stuff. Because by the time the next and the next and the next come out, all the institutions and much of the new money and old money will probably already have chosen the first U.S. ETF, because there's no ETF yet in the U.S. There are in Canada and abroad, but not in the U.S. So we'll have to see what exactly happens. However, I do believe that is bullish news for the U.S. I do believe. So anyways, this news is new, but it's not new. I don't know how to explain this. So Reuters, Cointelegraph, CoinDesk, and a number of other websites put out this article, and I saw it yesterday, right? So Coinbase says hackers stole cryptocurrency from at least 6,000 customers. But this is not new. We actually knew about this. At least I thought I knew about this. Hackers stole from the accounts of 6,000 customers of Coinbase. They released a letter, and here's a copy of the letter, that states they care about your privacy, yada, 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 you're concerned, blah, 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 and to be transparent, yada, 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 whatever. Unfortunately, between March and May 20th, 2021, you were a victim of a third-party campaign to gain unauthorized access to the accounts of Coinbase customers and move customer funds off Coinbase platform. At least 6,000 Coinbase customers had funds removed from their accounts, including you. And so all these articles talk about is basically letting the customers know, the 6,000 know they were impacted. And I don't know why everybody wanted to talk about this news all at once, because guess when it happened? March and May. So why are we just now like acting like this is new hotness or something? Like it's not. It's not. Let me add this to the description for all my future viewers, and they can go and look. I'm only going to put 2 articles in. I'm not going to put all 3, but we're going to go ahead and put this one. No, this one right here. So what happened was, and this is why it's so important to set up 2-factor authentication, not the SMS authentication, but 2-factor authentication, and kind of protect yourself. But basically what happened is there was a flaw in the Coinbase account recovery process to get SMS 2-factor authentication token to break into customers' client or accounts and transfer funds out of them. 2-factor authentication is like a club, the true official club on your wheel. The club bar, you know what I'm talking about? You guys, any of my New Yorkers here? Any of my city boys here? No, so the club that goes on the steering wheel, locks into place, the real one, the official one, it won't stop the person from robbing your car, right? But it deters them, right? It stops them long enough. 2-factor authentication can be broken. 2-factor authentication can be circumvented, but it will deter users. Why go after that account when I can break into this guy's account with brute force by entering a password, you know, from a dump that I got, right? Because most of our passwords and emails have already been compromised. And it actually talks about that. Let's see here. That one of the reasons they were able to gain a hold of the user's name, email, and phone numbers. Yeah, name, email, and phone numbers. And you gotta think, how do people do that? Well, it's very easy, right? So the bad actors also had access to the email address, password, and phone numbers associated with each Coinbase account. You gotta think about that. If you're using the same password for Coinbase that you use on Minecraft, and you get compromised by Minecraft or Equifax or whatever it may be, and you're using the same password for your exchanges, you're being a dummy. You're being a dummy. Change that crap. Do not use the same password for all of your platforms. I know it's hard to remember all of it. There are plenty of applications out there that you can utilize to help you remember your damn passwords. But if one of those applications or services are compromised and you use the same thing for your exchanges, you can be compromised. What happened, right? Maybe they used the email from the Ledger hack or the Ledger exploit, and we're able to use, all right, here's his email. Now, boom, I'm going to go get in this program. I'm going to start researching that email. Here's all his other emails. Here's his name. Here's his phone number. It's very easy to obtain somebody's personal information online nowadays. That's why it's very important that you secure yourself in some form or fashion. I'm going to say this to my grays and my blacks. I helped out in a number of ways back in the day. Egypt, Scientology, NASA. So I hope that you respect me as I respect you. Not any of my normal Joes, but you know what I'm talking about. And I know some of you OGs are getting back in the game, but I hope that you spare me and my community. All right, I really would appreciate it. Much love to you. Respect to what you do. Keep it civil. All right, keep it on the moral right path. I know some of you go on a more darker adventure. I'm not into that, but you do you, boo boo. Anyways, Bitcoin whales move record BTC value as metric sounds alarm over. Oh my God, I can't talk. Volatility. So, all right, let's just summarize what we got here so far. We got China closing down operations. We have Ethereum possibly going to hit new all-time highs in Q4 of this year. We have Jerome Powell saying that there's going to be no ban on cryptocurrency here in the U.S. We have ETFs probably going to be approved, if not later this year, maybe the beginning of next year. So we should see Bitcoin do good. Altcoins rising with Bitcoin at the moment. SEC doing its thing. Coinbase, who cares? And now this. Bitcoin whales move record BTC value. So fresh data shows that the whales have not only been highly active on the market, they've been moving record amounts of BTC. Despite BTC price action staying in a narrow, uninspiring range of 40,000, Bitcoin investors are remaining calm. In recent weeks, these whales have shifted more coins around the network than ever before, even more than during the all-time high of the 60,000s of Bitcoin. Transactions involving 10 million and over recently hit more than 10 billion. So transactions of $10 million worth of Bitcoin is on an all-time high. God, I would love that money. I mean, guys, if I had that money, I would buy my mom's house. I would pay this house off. I would buy another house. I would invest it in the market. I would get a mining operation going here in the U.S. I would do so many. I would buy. First car I would buy. First car I would buy. A GTR. Not a new one. No, an R34 GTR. Oh, my favorite, my Eleanor. You guys ever gone to 60 Seconds Eleanor? My Eleanor is a 93 Mazda RX-7, or at least that FD generation of RX-7. I know rotaries, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, man. That's my Eleanor. I had a 93 RX-7 back in the day, single turbo, big, gritty, intercooler, towel blow-off valve, big old baby-sucking turbo, man. It was absolutely awesome. That would be the first car that I would buy. But if I had that kind of money, there would probably be a lot of good things that I would do. I wouldn't be like giving out money on the side of the street, but there would be a lot of good things I would do. Further analysis of their actions show the different classes of whales have exhibited different reactions to recent price events. So there's levels to this keyword. Smaller whales have been selling, while the largest volume investors have conversely added to their positions. Data from on-chain analytics resource material indicators revealed this week. Whales sold BTC, mega whales bought, and purple whales, there's colors too, whales followed with another buy order. So yeah, and here's the chart. So there is purple whales. Holy crap. So we got record movement going on. So normally we consider this a short-term selling. However, since we are in the crucial areas, we need to make sure the price stays above 40K, and on-chain analysis crypto quant says. So that's more for the whales. Like, hey guys, we see that you're moving, you're doing $10 million transactions, you're moving a lot of money, yada, 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 because it would not surprise me that, say for example, think about it this way. Let me bust out the calendar here. So September was a bad month. We dipped down. We hit like below 40K, came back up to 40K. It would not surprise me that if there was an options expiring, that one whale will be like, hey, I got this option in, man. We need to get the price down to this, or we need to get the price down to that. Hey, man. Hey, guys, coordinate. They coordinate, and boom, they drop the price. So that way when the options or whatever position that they have is coming up on expiration, facilitates, and boom, there you go. They made their millions, and then you go back and do it again. Would not surprise me that these whales are talking to each other and making moves that way. It's unfortunate because they're taking advantage of the average consumer, but it would not surprise me. Moving on. The true difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, according to Grayscale CEO, and let's see what the CEO says. So let's just give him some words. So in general, Ethereum prices tend to move in tandem with Bitcoin, but the two coins are used for very different purposes that should be taken into account by investors, says Michael Sonoshin, CEO of Grayscale Investments. The investment advice applies to a wide array of coins on offer, urging investors to understand the use cases of each cryptocurrency in order to assess its viability as an investment. Things like Bitcoin are inherently built to be a digital form of money or store of value, whereas things like Ethereum are meant to be more of gas to power the decentralized application, and the list goes on. I agree with that. So Bitcoin is more of a store of value, while Ethereum has many use cases, dApps, DeFi, all that stuff that it can utilize. So there is a major difference. And what this guy is saying, the CEO of Grayscale, Mr. Michael, I'm not going to say his last name, is basically saying that investors should be considering the use cases when factoring in their investments. That's all he's saying. So, everybody good? Nice. You got an R32? Ooh, I love R32. I mean, that's when Godzilla first came out. So Miami, I can't see the full article because Washington Post wants me to pay or sign it. I'm not doing it. Basically, it's Miami Coin has made the city $7 million so far as potential game changer for revenue collection. So Miami Coin, you know, it's a big, the mayor there or governor or whatever is a big proponent of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So Miami Coin has made the city over $7 million so far. That could be a really good thing for them. Now, this is pretty cool. We heard about the cars that can mine cryptocurrency before. This is not new. So the electric vehicle mines cryptocurrencies on its free time. And I heard of this company. It's a Toronto-based personal light vehicle, electric vehicle, or light electric vehicle, LEV producer Dymac plans to launch cryptocurrency mining card that allows owners to make money when it's parked, plugged in, or wirelessly charging. What's interesting is dashboard. The car's dashboard will allow owners to manage, send, and receive crypto on the go while parked, plugged in, or wireless charging. The Nebula Miner can mine Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. I wonder what kind of hardware they're using to mine that, though, because it won't be profitable if you don't. So you're using a car 1 hour a day, more or less. So your car, 23 hours a day, you'll be able to make money. It could be between $5 to $12 a day, depending on, obviously, on the crypto prices. But it also depends on the hardware that this company is using inside. Like, what do you got? Like a GPU in there? Because think about it. So, for example, laptops are getting better and better. My laptop that I'm looking at to my left here is a 1660 Ti, and it mines like a 1660 Ti desktop version. So it does get good profitability. So with the architecture getting smaller and smaller, you know, they could fit, you know, a little small GPU somewhere and probably use the same cooling radiator fins and fin stacks that they use to cool the batteries or components to cool the GPU as well. And then here's what the car actually looks like. It's a 3-wheel vehicle. I don't really like it, but who knows? You might. So this is called the Spiritus. And inside would be the Nebula Miner. It has horsepower of 150. It's meant for like small little cities, you know, to get around and stuff like that. Range up to 400 kilometers, not miles. Speed 1.8, 0 to 60. Battery up to 60 kilowatts, and then its only range is only 250 miles. So this is what the car looks like. It's kind of got that Lamborghini door. Going to cost like $20K. They have other cards as well, but it's very interesting that you'll be able to mine. Ooh, a solar panel on the back fin. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know how safe that would be, though. Why is this one so much more expensive? Ultimate? What's the ultimate? 130 miles per hour top speed. 80 kilowatt. 300 mile. Okay, so it's got more range. Comes in black, blue, red. Okay, whatever. So yeah, let's see if it says anything about mining. Yeah, straight up in the features of the car: cryptocurrency mining, crypto wallet. That's crazy. Can you order it right now? You can't order it right now. So it's a $100 deposit towards purchase. $100 off a coupon of any e-bike. So it's they're considering an e-bike. Interesting. Interesting. Locked in the price Spiritus at instead of the 22 price of 19. So it's rewarding people that buy. Oh my god, this is like a Kickstarter, man, pretty much. But yeah, whatever. This is not the first time we heard this. Now on screen while we're wrapping up things here, Remember, if you have any questions for me, you need to @ me in this chat or send a super chat only if you have the funds available. But what we're looking at right in front of us right now is a map of the average electricity cost per state. Gray is 7 to 9 cents per kilowatt hour. The dark blue is 9 to 10 cents. The cyan is, or teal, is 10 to 12 cents. The yellow is 12 to 15 cents, and the red is 15 cents or higher. New England is all 15 cents or higher, except for Maine, and then obviously New York and New Jersey. So Florida, where I'm at, is 10 cents per kilowatt hour. But you can see the states to really take advantage of the electric costs is Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kentucky, West Virginia, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Utah, Nevada, Idaho, and Washington. High Speed Miner, thank you for first off being a member of the channel. I need you to hit me up on Discord. I want you to hit me up on Discord. If you don't have access to Discord, make sure you go to the community tab, click the link, and get in there. Make sure you verify as well, and go to the general chat and @ me so I can see you're in there. Hit me up in Discord. Because guess what, buddy? You're the winner of the Bitcoin. The random Bitcoin member, or the random member of the channel that's going to get Bitcoin. High Speed Miner. So make sure you hit me up so that way I could get a Bitcoin address and send you that money. For anybody that's new to the channel, I like Moore's Law is dead, but also just to bring you in one more time, I'm going to randomly select a member every blue moon to receive some Bitcoin. You don't have to pay for the high tier package, but it's a way of me providing back to the guys and people, the ladies that support my channel. I do have a giveaway once in a while. We just had one at 15K. If you missed that, we're going to have one at 20K. But every once in a while, I'm going to pick a random member of the channel that's joined by clicking the join button down below and giving them some Bitcoin. I can't put it into perks or anything like that because I think YouTube would get mad about that. I'm not sure if it goes against your guidelines or anything, but just letting you know, if you're a member, there's a chance that you might get randomly selected. I'm not going to select everybody, but there's a chance, okay? So don't get mad if you don't get selected. I'm really doing this because I'm trying to show my respect and my thank you for those who support the channel. But there's other ways that you can support the channel as well through links down below by going to dogelord.com and picking up this wonderful mug, coffee mug, or much more. You gotta check out the collection. So anyways, Moore's Law is dead shows that Intel Arc, like the new GPUs coming out, there was a leak as well as a release date. So we're looking at Q2 of 2022 for Intel Arc to come out. Wyoming? Is that what, did I say? Where's Wisconsin? Wait, what? Why did I say Wisconsin? Wyoming. Why did I say Wisconsin? My bad. Tane's got me. Wisconsin's over here. Wyoming. My bad. Crypto Mikkel, don't you I can't dox you, never mind. I'm not gonna dox you. Don't you live in Hawaii? I'm joking. Yeah, Crypto Mikkel lives in Hawaii. He's by a volcano. You gotta go in the cave. First, you gotta go through that. What's that big toilet bowl that you get sucked out through? Yeah, you gotta go in there. You gotta dive deep down. Then you gotta find a volcano, and then him and all his private keys are down there. Good luck. So Chili Mining. What is your shirt? That looks sick. Where can I get one? You know what it is. It's Gamers Nexus. I always have Gamers Nexus stuff. Like, I've been an advocate of Steve and his team for a while. Gamers Nexus that. Gamers Nexus Moss Mat. Gamers Nexus Mod Mat. Gamers Nexus shirt. Gamers Nexus hat. But, yeah. Store.gamersnexus.net. There you go. I just plugged them in. There you go. Store.gamersnexus. What is it? .net or .com? Yeah, .net. but they're not a sponsor of the show. But Steve is a really good guy. He's been very helpful to me, and I know he's super busy, but he occasionally gets back to me on questions. And we used to talk earlier at the beginning of my channel, and now he's just so busy with the channel we don't get to catch up as much. I would like to ride some bike trails with him. I would tell you that. He has a better bike than me, but I would still love to ride some bike trails. I don't care how crappy my bike is. So anyways, Moore's dead. Law is dead. Really good guy. If you want to check that out, I'll throw a link in the live chat. It's a talking head, about 13, 14 minutes, but it's really, really good. And it talks about the Intel GPU leaks. I'm expecting Intel to not come out the gates running. They're only going to compete at the mid to lower tier, the entry-level tier of GPUs, which is good because Nvidia and AMD aren't really worried about that. Even with the 6600 non-XT, which by the way, Son of a Tech did a video on his proposed hash rate, which aligns exactly with mine. The 6600 non-XT is going to be the same hash rate as the XT model, but we might be able to save a little bit more juice because it has a cut down variation of it, less core, stuff like that. So it should be in a very efficient card, where earlier people were like, oh, the 6600 XT is the most efficient card. I was saying no, the 5600 XT is, because it gets XYZ. However, you can measure from the wall, and I provided all that numbers and all that stuff. It's on my channel if you want to go check out the hash rate and stuff like that. It's still slightly, like the 5600 XT still has the crown as far as the most efficient GPU. If you look at the numbers, if you're measuring from the wall and you're looking at the numbers, it still slightly has the crown over the 6600 XT. However, with the 6600 non-XT, that crown may be taken by the new series of GPUs. So we'll have to see. To me, it's a very good replacement. If you can get a bunch of them at MSRP, it's a very good replacement to upgrade your 580s, your 570s, your 590s, your 480s, whatever you got, because those cards are hyper efficient. And if you get them at MSRP, you can get a decent ROI before Ethereum switches over to proof of stake. All right, any last minute questions before we get out of here? We got 4 minutes before we go. Don't forget to check out some of the links down below that help support the channel. I really appreciate anybody who does that. I've been seeing people buying through the Amazon affiliate links. If you click the link, even if it's not something you want to buy, and then you go search whatever you need, it does provide a kickback to the channel, and I greatly appreciate you. Dojor.com helps support the channel. I will try to come up with some new designs in the future. I've just been really, 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 really busy. And also joining the SerpentX Tech community helps out as well. I like 8 gigs more than 6 gig cards. Yeah, so I'm trying to upgrade all of my cards to 8 or above, but I still have the 1660 Ti's and Supers that I need to upgrade. SerpentX, there's a lot of nice bike trails here in Wisconsin. I'm sorry. All right, so Pearl Rival. I bought some of the super expensive paste you and Steve recommend. It's Crown at Extreme. It's supposed to be 2/3 full. Yes. I believe it got the same container as you, 33.8 grams. Yes, it's 2/3 full is right. It's not filled to the brim. It's just like, like a machine goes by and it just puts a little bit in there. But yeah, that will last you a while though. It will last you a while. I'm sorry if I'm getting loud. I don't know why my mic's like picking it up so much. Anyways, I gotta get ready for my son's birthday. If you guys want to wish him a happy birthday, just say happy birthday in the live chat or the comments. I'll let him know. He does watch the channel from time to time. And we're going to take him out and have a good time, have a celebration. His birthday isn't actually today, but it's on a day that school's open, so we're celebrating it this weekend. I hope you all have a great day. I thank you so much for... Wait, are you talking bicycle or motorcycle? Bicycles. So like Steve from Gamers Nexus rides the trails, and they got some really nice trails in North Carolina and stuff like that. There's some trails here, but they're not like mountainous trails. They're just like flat trails made up in the sand. So yeah. I rode motorcycles, but yeah, you don't ride motorcycles on a trail unless it's a dirt bike, which it is possible. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, everybody, already saying happy birthday to him. I appreciate all of you. Make sure you check out other content on the channel. If you're looking at Ravencoin Lite, my most recent video I did is how to calculate whether mining Ravencoin Lite is profitable for you and your setup. I provided some information on that. There's plenty of easy ways to find out what the hash rate is. Matter of fact, MinerStat has a page for X16R algo where it has all the GPUs and you can calculate it. They may not have the best configuration as far as, power limit, stuff like that, but it is a good way for you to identify whether your system is going to be profitable to mine Ravencoin Lite. It's a chance. There's actually, let me bring it up real quick. There was some shade being thrown here. So I posted that tweet, in today's video. I show you how to calculate whether it's profitable for them to mine Ravencoin Lite, not a project review. I just put that in there just to let people know that it's not a project review, and Son of a Tech replies, project review, talking curse word about Powell in the white paper because the only version they could fork easily was X16RV2. And then the actual official Ravencoin Lite says X16R, nice try though. And then another person says, imagine not even knowing the algorithm and then talking curse word about the coin. So I don't know if there's some shade or something like that, but I've been a big proponent of Ravencoin. I have nothing against Ravencoin Lite, and I said that in the video. I'm not sure if they didn't like my content or what I said about it, but I mean no disrespect. I was just trying to show people, first off, this is not a project review, but this is how you calculate it. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments of this video or of that video. And yeah, you guys all take care, and I'll catch you later. By the way, here it is. I'll link it to you guys real quick. I just wanted to read it to you. Let me know what you think of the shade being thrown. It's not really a big deal to me, but just let me know what you think. All right? Very interested. All right, you guys take care. I'll catch you later. Peace out.